Yes?
I'm here to see Quintus.
That's Praetor Quintus, and may only request an audience via form of application. Did you deface and remove a public notice?
How about now?
Atticus Emilius Pulcher? Sent all the way to the upper Galilee.
Well, you're behind the times, Quintus. I've been up and down Judea, practically under your nose.
I thought you retired.
Hortis Urbani don't retire.
That's right. They ship you off to Gaul.
Question for you. How do you hold up all that armor with no spine?
Don't be salty. Gaul's not a bad place to retire. I hear the women all have red hair and the music.
I'm not here to talk about women and music, though I'm sure you have plenty of time for both.
Yes, I do, because I keep things so tight around here. So I have time for you. Oh, and hail Caesar. Did I hail already? How can I serve him today?
I come bearing intelligence.
I bear ears.
Good. Open them wide, Quintus. I've got news. It's about Jesus of Nazareth.
All right. I'll go first.
How are we going to measure it if you throw it in the sea?
By the splash. Throw it on the shore.
I'm going to win anyway. We'll see. If it's between fishing or hearing Rabbi's instructions about the sermon, I'll throw this thing to the Mediterranean.
We should all be fishing. Try to avoid anything like what happened at Wadi Kelt.
So, throw it, big guy. Winners pick.
Go! Yes!
The sons of Jonah fished today.
Right. 2 out of 3.
What if you are merciful?
Why are we deciding anything? We should all be fishing like Jesus asked. We can't risk messing up his settlement plans.
Andrew, I never took you for a soul loser. Easy, little thunder. You go listen to Rabbi and get yourself when we come back.
No, I mean it. Rabbi asked all 4 of us to find food. We should do as he says or bad things will happen.
Sore loser and superstitious. Not a good look.
Not a good look. Oh, and Simon, we can arm wrestle next time.
No problem.
Terrible suggestion.
You don't think I could take at least one of them? Have some faith, man.
Faith isn't my problem. Everyone has a part to play in the execution of this sermon. Sons of Thunder, aren't you supposed to still be fishing?
I decided they could handle it.
We wanted to learn more about what you were planning. You won a contest, huh? How is Andrew?
He'll get over it.
So, what have we missed?
Z is working on a security plan. Mary and Rama are back at camp working on...
Thank you, Matthew. They don't need to hear all the details. Here's what I want each of you to understand, and what I want you to make sure that everyone else understands as well. It's the why of this sermon. It's not because we need to make our presence felt here in the region. And it's not about the details of how we make this happen. The details matter, yes. And all of you will make sure that this is executed well. But what makes this sermon so important is each person who will be there. Philip, what makes John's sermon so memorable?
The volume.
Well, yes, that too.
He spoke directly to whoever was there. It was personal.
Yes, good. But this sermon will have thousands of people. So I won't be directing it to one group of people over another. But what I will say will be for each and every one of them. They're coming because word is spreading from the signs and wonders. But what I'll be giving to them will be far more important. Truth. This will define our whole ministry. And that's what we need to focus on.
It's customary to send word ahead when rabbis return to the order.
Well, let's just see what happens now that we haven't. Rabbi Shmuel Bar Yosef of Capernaum. Shmuel.
Shalom, Yusuf.
The learned Shmuel returns from Jerusalem. For what reason we cannot say, but we are honored.
For the sardines. Where else would I go?
We do have them pickled in the holy city as well. I think Nicodemus made a fish joke upon his last arrival as well. Oh, prepare the seat of honor.
No, Yusuf, I have done nothing to
You were accepted by the great Sanhedrin of Jerusalem for special research. A proposal few are granted. Please.
I'm flattered by your gesture, Yusuf, but this is no time for sitting. May I speak with you privately?
Well, yes, of course.
Accompany me to the Bet Midrash.
But why her?
She referenced the healing of a leper. Remember?
There is no law against healing a leper.
But if it was on Shabbat, like he did at the pool, then a pattern has emerged. He can tell us what blasphemy this Ethiopian woman...
Tamar.
She could be the key to confirming two incidents.
But a woman's testimony is worthless.
Not if she leads us to the leper.
You think someone healed of leprosy would turn over damning information about his healing?
To do otherwise would violate the commandment against bearing false witness.
With all due respect, teacher, I thought you went to Jerusalem to study false prophecy, not to hunt down this one man from Nazareth, of all places.
One and the same errand, Yusuf.
I know he spends time with sinners, but...
The Ethiopian. Is she still in Capernaum?
Not in Capernaum. The last I heard of her was from Yehuda. He encountered her in Magdal.
Why would Yehuda bother to mention it?
She was offering testimony on the street.
A woman. Blasphemy. It's like a wildfire with this man. Everywhere he goes. We must find her.
And if you discover the healing was not on Shabbat? I hope you will consider sharing your experience in Jerusalem with us.
I would like that, Yusuf, but there is one other I must speak with.
I don't know why the grain thing bothers you so much. Jesus didn't mind.
The Pharisees did mind. And then report him now.
Jesus knows how to handle himself. You don't have to ride to his rescue all the time.
Seriously? You? The master of riding to his rescue?
Yeah, all right. I did that a few times. I know it doesn't help.
You know what they're doing to John. We can't let them do that.
We won't.
Then let's not make a scene everywhere we go. That's all I'm saying. It's common sense.
I think he's more of an uncommon sense guy. Get used to different, brother.
I'm being smart. What?
You're smarter, Matthew and Thomas.
So Matthew's smart now. The Messiah really has come.
Well, forget I said anything. Let's just fish.
I'm here to request an audience with the praetor. It's urgent.
That's what everyone says.
Well, there are signs all over Capernaum saying the man known as Jesus of Nazareth is sought for questioning.
I can take your statement.
I believe he was last seen in Jerusalem for one of our pilgrimage festivals.
When was this?
5 days ago.
That's outdated intelligence.
What?
We'll have him in our custody by tomorrow.
What's happened?
Arrested on what
Is there
charge?
anything else you'd like to report?
With all respect, officer, I must know the nature of the charges. If he broke Jewish law, then we must know.
What do you know of the Order of the Zealots?
The fourth philosophy? I don't understand.
Stories and rumors. There are outsiders.
What have the zealots got to do with Jesus of Nazareth?
Thank you for coming in. Can you see yourselves out, or would you like me to show you?
No, you're on the wrong track. Jesus is dangerous, but he's not a
We
zealot.
can decide for ourselves who's dangerous. Thank you.
May we question him? Once you have him in custody?
Yes, I would very much like to speak with him on behalf of the Capernaum synagogue.
We'll pass that along.
Will you really?
No. Out.
Mark my words. Do not underestimate him.
Do not underestimate this. So what's your plan, Preemie?
Plan. We're gonna walk through that city like we own it. Arrest our man and be home by breakfast, cohort. That is the plan.
Have you been to Jodapata?
I've seen schematics.
It's a very, intense place.
Meaning,
Well, let's just say the praetor in Jodapata doesn't have the kind of control Quintus has in Capernaum.
how do you know that?
I used to have some reliable informants there.
What happened? They stopped talking?
They stopped living, tortured to death, one by one. Rome is the enemy in Jodapata, Preemie.
Not great.
Yeah. You know the guys in black and white?
Pharisees,
I got a lot of them. And the other ones?
Sadducees.
Yeah, some of those too. And preachers, like this Jesus, all over the place. Pretty much everyone in the town is on a mission of protest. You know what I mean?
I am starting to get the picture.
Jesus' camp is just south of the city.
Maybe we'll take the long way around.
Now that sounds like a good plan.
Is that why you came along?
I wanted the exercise. But mostly, your praetor is just about the most detestable guy in all of Galilee.
You sure that is all? Could have walked along the seashore. If you wanted to avoid Quintus, there's always plenty to drink in a fishing city.
You've got good instincts, Preemie. All right. I must admit I am intrigued by your prey.
Jesus of Nazareth?
I saw a man who had not stood on his own 2 feet in half a century, bounding like a boy. I watched a martyr throw down his weapon and take a knee. I saw a lunatic's eyes go clear. Jesus of Nazareth did those things. He doesn't strike me at all as threatening or scary. And that scares me. Now, maybe I'm just interested to see how he'll take to wrist irons.
Listen up, men.
Like old times, huh?
As he said, no one ever has to guess what's going on in your head.
There's nothing in my head. It's in our bones. Don't have to think.
Must be nice.
What?
Having nothing in your head.
Don't be smart. It's just the same.
That leaves true. You pluck the heads of grain at what he killed.
Everybody did that. Except Mary.
She'd already done her part.
You think you're never going to make another mistake in your life?
She was gone for days.
True. Don't exaggerate.
Me not to exaggerate? Are you telling me not to exaggerate? That... Wow!
Look, she went through something horrible and terrifying, and she dealt with it the best way she knew how.
She should have gone to Jesus.
She knows that now. If you remember, Jesus was disarming crazy Simon of his dagger.
Oh, he's the crazy Simon?
I'm a married man who worked an honest trade.
Worked an honest trade dishonestly.
Here's how I met Jesus. Unexpected roads.
Gambling. Brawling. That also unexpected.
You gamble too!
And I'll never do it again. And if I'm ever tempted, I'll ask the rabbi for help. certainly won't do anything selfish. Leaves the group stranded at camp for 2 days starving, or puts Jesus on edge. Makes him snap the Pharisees who are hunting us down now.
He was grieving John's arrest, and they're not hunting us down. You're so dramatic.
Word reaches Jerusalem that he claimed the title Son of Man and Lord of the Sabbath. They'll hunt him down, they'll put him away. It could completely ruin all the plans for the sermon. Erase all the momentum we've gained. That's what I'm afraid of.
Jerusalem doesn't even open the mail from Vadikelt. Andrew, this is just fear talking.
I've been at this longer than you. When they decide they don't like you, it's over. John might spend his life in prison.
But Herod arrested John, not the Sanhedrin.
Sanhedrin arrest people all the time.
You're the one who told me he was the Messiah. Am I going to have to be the one to remind you now?
The very fact that he's the Messiah means there's going to be trouble. You get it? Maybe even a war.
If you were building an army, would you start with little James and Claudius?
Simon,
You think he's drawing up military plans all the time he goes away to desolate places?
he never comes back with anything.
You know what? Let's just fish. All right? Can we? Andrew, my little brother whom I love very much.
What?
I need you to take a very long, deep breath. Do that? What? Why? Just please. Ask God to give you...
Now, a few days will be plenty of time to make sure everything goes smoothly. Don't be afraid. Tell everyone to keep planning. I'll be back.
I knew it!
Hey, I know it. You're together, man.
Jesus of Nazareth, you were sought for questioning by a Roman authority. Will you surrender to detainment peacefully?
Yes?
Jesus, no!
Are you armed?
I am not, but some of my followers are.
Tell your followers to drop their weapons and step back 10 cubits.
I will. May I say goodbye to my Ima? Mater mea.
Yes.
Don't be afraid, Ima. James and John, drop your weapons and step back 10 cubits. Matthew is safe. He's doing well. He's back at the camp.
You all look underfed. Filthy.
We had a bit of a hungry spell, but we have men out on the water now, stocking us up.
He's used to eating well. What do you have to offer him?
Should we talk about this later?
Move out.
He was specific.
Detained, not arrested. Those are just words. Have you no experience with Rome?
We have to go after them.
He agreed to surrender peacefully.
No! No! What if they change their minds? Have you forgotten what they're doing to John?
You're terrifying her. I will be fine.
Well, I'm going. They're headed north. I'll catch them in Jotapata and petition for this release.
Andrew, he didn't ask you to help.
He shouldn't have to. I don't recognize any of you.
Brother, you're not yourself.
Maybe I should come with you. I feel responsible.
You might be responsible.
Andrew,
How could you leave?
stop this right now.
It isn't anyone's fault.
Mary, please, stay. I'll accompany Andrew. I had lots of experience waiting for my rabbi outside jails.
Why wait? Let's break him out.
Don't wait up.
And knowledge.
Excuse me, friend. Shalom.
Oh, behold our affliction and wage our battle. For you are God, the Redeemer, the Mighty One.
We're from Jerusalem. We're looking for...
Cause us to return our Father to your
He does this every day.
To your service and bring us back.
It's okay. We'll find someone else.
I like that in this city.
Have you seen any Ethiopians around here?
Not many.
Father, for we have sinned. Forgive us our sins. We have transgressed. For you are a good
What about a woman? Impossible to miss. Lots of jewelry, very striking, very loud.
Gets men like you upset?
Yes.
I'm not sure what could be clearer than the 3 words, I will be back. That's 4.
How can you dispute that?
Maybe it was a hint that we are supposed to be the fulfillment of those words.
Zealots and your secret handshakes and codes.
I am not a zealot anymore, just zealous. There's a difference.
You just interpreted plain speech about trust and peacefulness as code for insurrection.
I think he's onto something. Rabbi told us how important this sermon is. We can't let anything stop it. Maybe it was a hint.
You're not going to keep me from another obvious fight, are you?
With these skills, we could do it.
James and John, be mindful of what he named you.
Seems perfect for a time like this.
I think we should do what he said and wait here for him.
Oh, yes, great advice coming from someone who disappeared for 2 days.
How dare you?
Don't talk to her like that. Oh, now he speaks. Suddenly he has a voice. When it's about her...
You've made mistakes too.
Boys, stop it.
Boys?
You're acting like children.
Nathaniel's right. The words were plain.
You weren't there.
So now it's a matter of whose testimony is more credible? Now look. You've upset our rabbi's imam.
I only made an
I
observation.
made a mistake leaving camp. I was wrong. I'm sorry I relied on my own observation, my own understanding so heavily. Jesus said he will be back.
Don't worry about that. We're here for God. But to pray, we don't get in the way of either. Where should we go first? Jail. Come on, it's this way.
Judges in former times, and our counselors of yore
Remove from us sorrow and sighing, and reign over us justice.
Andrew.
You alone is Lord. Peace, righteousness, and justice.
They say we're extreme.
My own mind. Make way.
Look at him. I can't stand. It was faith that delivered this man a miracle.
That's more like
God did this.
I know her. Anything. Who cares? Come on, we have a rabbi to fight.
We heard he consorts with Samaritans.
I cannot personally confirm it, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Who cares who he ministers to? I was paralyzed for 23 years and I stand talking about
Jesus.
Who on earth can claim authority to forgive sins?
The kind of person that can tell a paralyzed man to stand, and the miracle happens in front of dozens of witnesses.
Could be witchcraft or sorcery.
Witches and sorcerers, they require payment for their
And
services.
he gave freely.
But why is he in hiding?
We don't know.
He told the leper on the road to keep the healing a secret.
And then why are you telling people?
He gave us no such order to remain silent. I believe that he will make himself more known soon. I can sense it in my spirit, and you are there, in Capernaum.
Not you. This man can attest he was a witness.
Yes.
Where is he?
You know this Jesus of Nazareth.
Is he here in Judapata?
Please, come with me. Both of you. You must stop drawing attention to Jesus.
How can we not speak about what we have seen? And how can you remain silent?
The Romans?
What happened?
We'll tell you all about it. Why don't we go somewhere a little more private?
Hey, where are you going?
Did he resist?
No, Dominus.
And his followers?
Peaceful. And compliant.
Have a seat. Leave us. Jesus of Nazareth. We finally meet.
Here I am.
I thought you'd be sort of taller, crazier looking. Wild hair and animal skins.
Glad I could disappoint you.
The first story I ever heard about him, I didn't believe it.
That's usually how it goes.
It wasn't about religion or preaching or God. It was about fish.
Ah, another common theme.
It was an impossibly huge catch, Atticus. It settled the largest debt at Parnham's leisure. Did you meet Atticus? He's cohortes urbanae. They're like Caesar's personal detectives, mostly in Rome, but they go wherever. He's especially interested in you. Have you ever visited the Far East, Jesus?
I have received visitors from there, but never been there myself.
They eat their fish raw. Peel off the scales, cut off the heads and tails, and take a bite.
It's quite something.
They eat the flesh and spit out the bones.
Of course.
If Simon had not settled his debt, that could have resulted in my demotion. That was flesh. You create a public disruption that results in damage to property, a stampede, and a blight on my personal reputation. Bones. You seduced the single most brilliant and effective tax collector in the entire Upper Galilee. Also, Bones. And now, the most tenured cohortes urbanae in the history of the Roman Empire tells me he personally witnessed you disarm a zealot Sicarii. Wow. That's flesh. That's flesh.
Sorry to have caused so much confusion for you over flesh and bone.
Confusion? No. No. If your race weren't so repugnant and odious, I'd offer you a job.
I cannot take that as a compliment.
Jesus, this whole thing is very simple. You seem to be splitting your time between creating headaches for Rome and victories we could not achieve ourselves.
That's a little reductive.
You've doubled your following since leaving Capernaum. Then again, you returned a violent man who had been terrorizing Jericho to his senses.
But word of your miracles, or whatever, has spread all through Syria, and they start coming over here. Do you see my problem? I don't know whether to eat you or spit you out, to stick to the fish metaphor. But we're probably past that now. I'm saying I don't know what to make of you.
That's going to be a lot of people's problem with me.
No more bones, Jesus. Follow me. No more draining my talent pool, creating spectacles, crowds. No more meddling.
I cannot promise any of these things.
Then I cannot promise you won't stop breathing.
Well, it sounds like we're clear on what we can and cannot promise.
Honestly, go, Jesus of Nazareth, I like you. We're on the same team. Just don't make me kill you.
I won't make you do anything. But my father, on the other hand.
I don't know what that means, but let's leave on a high note. I think we have an understanding here. You're free to go. Oh, sorry about your cousin, by the way. Marching himself into Herod's court and moralizing was not a very wise or brave thing to do.
He knew what he was getting himself into.
Do you know what you're getting yourself into?
It was a privilege to speak with you today, Quintus.
Wow. It was fun.
So nothing about him concerns you, huh?
If it did, I wouldn't have let him go. It'd be a nice diversion for the people for a while.
What are you all doing here?
We were hearing stories about the man from Nazareth.
From the Ethiopian woman and the man who claimed to have been healed.
Where have they gone? They all disappeared with the curly
We
head.
knew they were going to be exposed.
In what direction?
Beyond those colonnades.
Hurry. Brothers, wait.
Are you looking for a man who performs healings on Sabbath?
Yes. Who are you?
Has he invoked the title Son of Man from the prophet Daniel? You have
Yes,
witnessed
how
this?
did you know?
Is he here? We are from Wadi Kert. Where? Why haven't you filed a report?
We did. We're a small town. He healed on Sabbath in our synagogue, and it got even worse from there.
And there are women among his followers. 3, to be precise. Tell us everything.
Lord of the Sabbath, Son of Man are religious scandals. No importance to Rome.
We don't know why he was arrested. Rome may feel threatened as word spreads. I don't know. But you can't keep doing this. Not now.
I cannot keep what I know inside.
Don't you understand what I'm explaining?
I'm not a child.
It's dangerous.
More than you know. Don't be alarmed. My name is Yusuf.
You're a Pharisee from Capernaum.
I spoke harshly to you at the house of Matthew.
Don't worry about it.
I'm not. You're being sought for questioning.
For what?
Testimony about Jesus of Nazareth.
I told you.
One of Nicodemus's former students named Shmuel has come in search of you. He will twist your testimony to make an argument about false prophecy.
False.
I personally do not care about your convictions, and your testimony is worthless. What Shmuel wants is information about another healing and Jesus' background.
We both grew up in Egypt.
That's even worse. Andrew, get her out of here.
I don't trust you. Why are you helping?
That's my business. But so that you'll do as I ask. I believe my Rabbi Nicodemus saw something remarkable in your master. Shmuel is threatened by what he can't comprehend. Worse, he's ambitious. Shmuel does not honor Nicodemus' teaching. You are the paralytic man Jesus healed.
Yes.
Both of you must leave this place.
You should go with Andrew.
What will you do?
I'll lay low. Disappear until things go quiet.
What if things don't go quiet?
I hope they don't. But it's a good idea we separate for now. Just take her with you. I don't know if...
I don't want to follow him.
Then we'll talk to him.
Go now.
He's not here. Who are you? Okay, then. Fill me in on the road.
He's back! Teacher, are you hurt? What happened?
Well, I suppose I should not be surprised. You would spot me.
Oh, Rabbi, are you safe? Did anyone follow you?
Yes, I'm safe. And I just wanted to talk.
I'm very happy.
I'm glad, Matthew.
Just talk?
Quintus wanted to talk, yes. With the Romans, they don't find me much of a threat, which is fine.
Hopefully that'll change soon.
So, what were you doing out here?
Praying, John. Remember, there's a big event to prepare for.
Rabbi, with all due respect, you couldn't have told us that you were back first? You were grabbed by Roman soldiers with weapons. We were all worried sick.
Did I not tell you that I would be back? And to keep planning? We're all going to have to learn how to do this, regardless of what's happening, good or bad. Things are only going to get more difficult. You can't just shut down when you're fearful. And what are you going to do when I'm no longer here?
Yes, we are still figuring this out.
Yes, but we can do better.
We will do better. Rabbi, Philip said the baptizer gave his followers a prayer in addition to the daily traditional prayers. Perhaps you could do the same.
Yes, I'd like to learn more about what you're saying when you're out alone.
Now you're behaving like true students. This is what I like to see. And prayer is the first step in getting the mind and the heart right. It's why you see me go to it so often.
So teach us to pray like you do. Please.
When we pray, we want to be sure to first start with acknowledging our Father in heaven and His greatness. So you can say, "Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name." And we always want to be sure to do God's will and not our own. So we say, "Your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven." And just as we ask. Matthew. Rabbi, sorry to wake you, Matthew.
Are you in trouble?
I don't want you to wake the others. Nothing is wrong.
Why did you wake me up and not the others?
I've been forming fragments of teaching in my mind for some months now in preparation for the sermon. I'm ready to organize them. I'll get my writing materials.
You've just returned from detention. Will these teachings make things worse?
I'm here to make things better, not worse, Matthew.
I mean, for all of us who love you,
No promises. Let's go.
It must be tonight.
The time has come.